book launching tomorrow is called From Jamaica to America, a tale of surviving, striving, and thriving. My guests are author Shireen Cotter and alongside her, Brianna Dunlap from South Park Inn. Welcome to you both.
Thank you
and
for having us.
Okay, so I want to get to your story in first, but Brianna, we should say that South Park Inn is a homeless shelter in Hartford. And you're here because she would like you to be here to talk about how much you do for these gals. All right, let's talk about your story.
Yes.
Shireen, how did you get to America from Jamaica?
Well,
why did you come?
Well, I came for opportunities. I wanted to be to come to America to really get a better life. I migrated, and I got married, and it didn't work out for me. I ended up, left the marriage because of domestic violence, and I was left with nothing. I wasn't sure what to do, and I pretty much ended up on the street because I didn't have any support.
All right, so you're homeless. What did you do?
So during my time of homelessness, I literally I didn't have any other resources, nowhere to turn, so the street became my home. I was living in the bus stations, train stations. I was literally in the airport sleeping, traveling on the buses, trying to figure it out day to day, just trying to survive.
And how did you survive?
Well, for me, I was just going day by day trying to figure it out. I was working a minimum wage job, so I couldn't really fully get an apartment, but there are days that I didn't eat.
All right, enter. Brianna, you work for a homeless shelter. Is her story pretty commonplace?
It is.
Tell me about the services that you provide for gals like Shireen.
So South Park Inn is a low-barrier homeless shelter in downtown Hartford, and we serve the region. So we serve adult men and women from all walks of life, anyone from the age of 18 through, at this point in time with our population demographic, a lot of older and aging adults, folks that have walkers or wheelchairs. But yes, anyone that needs help or aid comes through the 211 system. And then they can come and get the help and the security that they need, including women who have left homes for domestic violence reasons.
Is the population growing?
The population of homelessness is absolutely growing nationwide across our state and certainly in the Hartford area. And with that, again, an aging demographic. We have more and more folks that are losing spouses and need a certain level of care or have disabilities, and we're finding that we're serving them more and more as well.
It sounds to me like that's a newer problem.
It certainly is. Making sure that we have more room for folks that can't use stairs, providing more walkers, more wheelchairs, and connecting folks to nursing homes. Whatever the next step needs to be, we're shifting how we serve to meet that need.
This was a lifeline for you.
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
And it's in your book. When you felt good about being in America, when was that? It wasn't right away, was it?
It wasn't right away, but as I started to figure things out, I realized I needed to be here. I realized going on that there's a lot of help here, and sometimes we don't kind of really know where the help are. So I try to kind of connect the dots and try to read a lot, try to see where the help was, but it took me a long time to get there.
All right, and the message of your book, From Jamaica to America, is what?
I want to inspire others to make sure that they're being proactive on their journey. You cannot get anywhere without full participating on your own journey. And I want to inspire others that it is okay to kind of be where you are and try to reach out for help. Because a lot of times for me, when I even wanted to commit suicide, is because I felt like I was by myself. I didn't have no help. But I find that it wasn't a sign of a weakness. It's actually a sign of strength to reach out. So
you're going to help a lot of people with this.
Thank you.
Shireen, Brianna, thank you very much for all you do for so many people. Yeah. And thank you for writing this book.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
A new book was released this year by a local academician, which highlights the community of a college or university and what makes a great school. The title is Leading from the Core: Immediately Inspire Teacher Relief and Enhance School Culture. My guest is Dr. John Burrill, Dean of Education at Central Connecticut State University. Welcome.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here, Ann.
All right, I love the book. What do you mean from leading from the core. What does that mean?
When we talk about leading from the core, leadership and school instructional leadership is all about supporting your teachers and their efficacy and how they do well in the classroom. Everything that's really important in a school happens with those students and our beautiful teachers inside the classroom. And so that core of instruction is what we want to make sure we're talking about when we're talking about instructional leadership and moving schools forward with their school culture.
Okay, one question with two parts. Is there enough support for teachers these days? Is there enough support for students these days?
Well, I would tell you it depends on the specific context. However, our teachers are up against a lot of challenges. There are external mandates that are bearing down on them and their principals. They are working against social media, and we see our parents struggling with that as well.
And that is huge.
Oh my gosh, and it's unbelievable. And so there's a lot of challenges that perhaps you and I didn't see when we were younger in school that our students are facing, that teachers are having to deal with in school as distractions to the actual academics that they're trying to teach the students.
As Dean of Ed at Connecticut Central, what are you bringing to the table that perhaps hasn't been there in the past?
One of the incredible opportunities I have as a 32-year veteran of the Connecticut education system, now I can't believe it's been that long, Ann, and the past 13 years as a superintendent here in the state, I'm really working to partner with all of the local school districts and my superintendent colleagues to make sure they understand what we're doing at Central and what we can offer them as district partners. A lot of what we do with dual and concurrent enrollment, helping students get high school credit, get college credit for courses at the college. We're doing that and partnering. The other things we're doing is we have a Next Gen program for our teachers, preparing teachers. And so we're working on the Next Gen program, and students actually are getting paid during their college years to substitute teach and have a relationship with a school and then become student teachers at that school. And then the other thing we're doing is we have an Inspire residency program. We're working with local paraprofessionals and helping them become certified teachers. And special education is a shortage area, so we want to make sure we're feeding that particular pipeline. So we're doing a lot, and with the connections I have, we're able to really partner with our superintendent colleagues.
I think that is terrific because we've got a teacher shortage just like everybody else in the country.
Correct, we do.
So you're holding their hand, you're telling them what a terrific career this is and how they can change the minds of young people and help them go forward.
Yes. One of the first things I say to the students, whether it's the group of students going into their student teaching, which we just had earlier this fall, the freshmen coming in, whichever particular group it is, I congratulate them at the beginning for choosing such a great career. Both my wife and I are products of Southern Connecticut. We got into teaching. My wife is still a teacher in Milford. It's been a great life for us. We've raised a great family here in Connecticut, and it's been so rewarding. I often tell the students that the best thing about being a teacher or a coach or a mentor is you give a piece of yourself all the time as a gift. And I know in the earlier segment they were talking about advice and the best advice you got. And so when you give that advice and those lessons, that lives with people forever. You know, if we reflect and think about the people that have given us great advice, it lives with us forever, and we teach it to the next generation or those people we interact with. So education is just a great place if you want to support your community and give back. We're looking for change of career people, veterans, and young students coming up out of high school to come to Central. And
That was a great sell. So if you want to be a teacher, you know who to talk to. Coming up on December 16th is an exhibit called Reimagine. It's an interactive show which will feature surviving and thriving artists. Included in that group, rappers, painters, poets, photographers, you name it. It's sponsored by Newhallville Fresh Starts, which is trying to eradicate food insecurity. Proceeds from the event will go to Fresh Starts. My guests are Marcus Harvin, president of Newhallville Fresh Starts, and Nyrone Gully G. Hutton. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
All right, Marcus, let's talk about Fresh Starts. Give me some of its history, why it started.
We started in February of 2024. Myself and Adam Rawlings, my vice president, we were on the way back from New Britain on Christmas. In 2023, we said people need us. We need to figure out a way to be there for them. We came up with a food rescue initiative, and we wrote up a proposal. We worked for like a week on it, sent it out to local colleges, universities, restaurants, and now we are supplying today 1,200 meals a week. And in the month of November, we supplied 6,777 meals to the community.
So this is New Haven and beyond, or just New Haven?
New Haven and beyond. Now we do feed veterans in West Haven twice a week.
Wow.
We do pizza party for them on Fridays.
Which we're looking at your shirt right there.
Yeah.
Pizza party. Tell me about that.
So Peeps is my people's, my family. It's my mom, it's my dad, it's my daughter, it's my wife, it's my aunt, my 80-year-old aunt, Rachel. It's us coming together as a family to be there for our family at large, you know, the people that need us. And so I came up with Pizza.
So you've got this exhibit coming up, and we're going to show the photos of the guys that are being featured in it, and one of them is you, Nyberg. So tell me how you are thriving and surviving as an artist. What is it that you do first?
I'm a rapper slash musician, and I own my own like tech company down in Atlanta. For me, it's like a way to channel my creativity, because me and Marcus, we met each other in prison. I had a life sentence and he was my cellmate, and we were able to put our minds together to get me out of prison, and music is my thing. So when he called, this was just an easy opportunity for me to just, pay my way back forward to him.
All right, Marcus, how did you find these gentlemen that you are featuring? And they're going to show up at this event on the 16th, and where is it?
It's at Delegna at Nolo, 687 State Street, New Haven, Connecticut, where excellence could just be solved for excellence. It doesn't matter where they came from. We just know where they're going if we give them this opportunity. And that's where it came from.
And that's an important.
Yeah.
Nyberg, what do you want to say to people? You've had a rough life, right? But now
I think we all got a rough life, especially times that we living in right now. It is rough, but at the end of the day, don't give up.
what are you going to say in this exhibit? What are you going to say to the audience about you and through your music?
I'm definitely going to explain my situation, how I made mistakes in life, but those mistakes that doesn't make me. At the end of the day, I still got the opportunity to correct all my wrongs, and we all do. And just believe in God.
And it sounds like the two of you just can't give back enough.
No.
And where does that come from? Because you got a second chance.
It came from my upbringing. It came from my grandmothers. It came from Sally Mae Harvin and Jean Maud Carpenter Everett. That's where it came from. Fresh Starts came from that. Me helping Nyberg came from that. My grandmother made me go to law school. She's no longer here, but I'm there now because of what I did for Nyberg. And this platform is for Nyberg. This platform is for my little brother, Bugatti 203, who has a dream, and he has 2 sons. And this is a platform for the platformless, right? I put myself out there in every way for everybody. In New Hopeville Fresh Starts, our tagline is a supplement for success. You have the talent, here's the platform.
All right, so if you show up at this event, the proceeds are going to go to Fresh Starts,
Yes.
going to help feed the food insecurity.
Yep.
What's better than that?
I don't think anything.
Yeah, gentlemen, thank you so much for being here, and thanks for what you're
Thanks.
doing for others. We're going to talk about a group in Torrington that loves model trains. The club has a big heart, too, hosting a food drive for the Friendly Hands Food Bank to gather items for those who need a little help putting a Thanksgiving Day meal on the table. My guest is Jack LeBeck of the Torrington Area Model Railroaders. Welcome.
Thank you.
I love that. All right, tell me some history about this club. I did not know about you, so I want to know all about you.
We started approximately 30 years ago.
Wow.
The building we're in now, we started 25 years ago in that building. We lease it, we don't own it. It's an old Eversource building.
Oh, okay.
And we have a pretty good sized layout in there. We have HO scale trains.
Now, what does that mean?
HO is 1/87th scale.
Of a
So-
regular train car.
True. So roughly 60 feet would equal a mile in HO. And we also have N scale, which is about half HO. And
Okay.
that's roughly 30 feet would equal.
Tell me about the layout. When we walk in, what do we see? Tell me about the trains and I love this.
Yes. We have the mountain scene that's right there. We have a model of the Thomason Railroad Station, scale model. We have a aggregate facility. We have mountains. We have other train stations. A lot of scenery, and it's all modular. So if we wanted to move it, each section is 2 by 4 feet, and we can take that section out.
How often are you there? And how many people are in the room when you're changing things around?
Our group right now is 28 people.
Okay.
And we're usually there every Wednesday and every Saturday.
Just playing trains.
Just playing trains, talking, maintaining the building, maintaining our layout, maintaining our trains.
Now, once a year, do you open just this once a year to the public to bring in food, or is it more
Technically, we do. Technically, we only
Okay.
have one open house. But people are welcome 3 Wednesdays a month and every Saturday if we're there. They're welcome. They see cars in the parking lot, they're welcome to come in and take a look.
Now, who started the food drive? Because it's very successful every year.
It is. We have a member, Kevin Hale, and he actually volunteers for Friendly Hand Food Bank. And he's one of our founding members. So that's our connection. And we first had the open house, and then I think it was Kevin that suggested we have a food drive at the same time. And yes, it's been very successful.
All right, so tell me about, so people can, for this coming weekend, Saturday and Sunday, from what time to what time?
10 to 4.
Okay, and just bring some perishable items?
Yes, yeah, anything. One can.
Non-perishable, I mean.
Non-perishable. One can, anything, yes, yeah. Just come in, and if you don't have any food, to come down anyway. It's
Okay.
fun to look at the trains. You know, there's always an opportunity to give to Friendly Hands Food Bank. You don't have to come to our club to do it.
Sure, but look how you're helping, and especially this time of year and really year-round with the food insecure.
Yeah, and I'd like to tell you a short story. There was one year, I want to say 4 or 5 years ago, and I think the picture was up there, and we had a van, and we actually filled it 2 levels deep.
Wow.
And when we went out, we were all filling it up. There were like 5 of us. We actually got choked up because there was a lot of food in there.
And you know what? They're going through it, and it's all about children and helping them.
True, yes.
So thank you so much for being here.
Oh,
and thank you
thank
for,
you for having
opening
me.
up your hearts for people to come help you do what you do.
Yeah. There is one thing I'd like to ask.
Sure.
We had a member recently pass away.
I'm sorry.
He was a founding member. He would have been 100 years old in January.
Wow.
And I'd like to send my condolences to the family of Ed Sweeney, including Tim Sweeney, who was also a founding member.
That's very sweet. Thank you so much. It's that time of year where children are getting their lists for Santa together. What are some of the things that could be wished for? Let's check in with a toy insider and Samantha Cannell. Samantha, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Very good. You have lots of goodies behind you. Let's dig in.
Yeah, so I have toys for every kind of kid here, including some of our little princesses and princes. This is from Dynacraft, and it's the 24-volt Disney Princess Carriage. Now, obviously, this is massive, and what's really cool about it is it actually is a 2-seater. So 2 children can fit up here. It does hold about 130 pounds, and it also has a lot of really great safety features. So our kids will feel, again, like Disney princesses with the lamps and the colors, and don't forget the included crowns that come with it. But it also has a remote for parents to actually take control, and they can move the car around, reverse, forward, backwards, and really make sure their kids are super safe if maybe they're not ready to control an entire princess carriage by themselves. And it also has seatbelts as well, in addition to a bunch of sounds and lights and colors that are really going to make it feel like you're in a real Disney princess movie.
Inside or
And then-
outside, and how much does it cost?
Yeah, so this I would say is an outdoor toy, but if you want to, drive it indoors, that's up to you. It is going to run for around $298.
All right.
Yeah,
next.
and we also have something for the creative kids from We Cool Toys. This is Just Dough. Now, what's really cool about this compound set is that it has numerous colors of dough. It feels super, super soft. But what's really cool about it too is that these are actually all scented. So you can smell lavender, vanilla, and so it's going to really add some aromatherapy into playtime. And additionally, these doughs are gluten-free, they're nut-free, they're really safe for, every kid that wants to play, so everyone can feel included despite allergies this holiday season. And we also have something that's a little bit of a throwback for parents might recognize from Playmates Toys. It's the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Now, these are the Reignition Auto Morphin Power Rangers, and they come in their beautiful suits, but as you can see, I'm actually flipping the head. So he has his blue cap on here, and then I press down on this button back here, and it's his normal, typical self. These action figures are really fun for the holidays because, of course, they have all the different Power Rangers, and they even come with their blade blasters in both form, blade and blaster. So they're really fun for kids to get into that imaginative play this holiday season as they reenact scene from the 1993 show, or maybe develop some new scenes on their own. And don't worry, because we also have something for kids that maybe want a pet, but mom and dad aren't quite there yet. This is from Spin Master. It's the Bitsy hamster ball. So this is actually a digital pet. You can see my little hamster pet running around right here. And what kids can do is use this screen to interact with the hamster. So they can feed it, they can help it exercise, they can even bathe it. And they're gonna watch as their adorable little digital hamster grows, evolves, and plays. And there's a way to customize it as well with different outfits. So it really feels like you have your own pet, but it's completely mess free. So parents don't have to worry about, anything coming through their house the holiday season.
And no pet hair either.
Yes. Exactly. And he just agreed with you. I don't know if you could hear him, but he's agreeing with us that it's really great to have, the responsibility of taking care of a pet, without some of those major, major responsibilities that come with a live pet. And speaking of families, we have something for the entire family. Everyone can play. This is from Fictions. It's Lego Party. Now, this game is rated E for everyone, and it's for the Nintendo Switch systems. And what players are going to do between 1 to 4, so again, the whole family, players are going to embark on over 60 mini games where they're actually Legos. Everything in this game universe is made from Legos. They can play different board games that feature sets like Lego pirate sets and Lego space sets, things that they play with outside of a video game device. And they can go through and compete and build and really try to get all of those golden bricks. Again, this can be played alone as a solo game for kids to really, strengthen those fine motor skills with the remotes or with the whole family. If it's a little cold outside and everyone wants to just compete in some Lego bricks without, maybe having them lie on the floor to step on this holiday season.
Samantha, thank you so much. Happy holidays,
course.
and we appreciate all the information.
Yeah, of course.
The holidays are here, and if you want to buy local, which is such a lovely idea, head to the train stations in Hartford and New Haven for their winter fairs. Here to tell us all about it is Jeff Devereaux, who is the event coordinator for all of this. You got a lot on your plate, Jeff.
It's a busy holiday season for our team for sure, but we're really excited to be doing it.
All right, so it started in Hartford how long ago?
This will be our 5th year.
Okay.
2021.
What do we see in Hartford and now New Haven when it's a pop-up fair? Tell me about it.
Yeah, so we're activating these spaces that are, vibrant, beautiful, historic train stations, and trains in the holidays, they work well together. And so we're using it as our host venue for these, vibrant holiday markets. There'll be over 30 vendors every day. There'll be a little specialty hot chocolate. If you really want to have some fun, you could take the train between the stations.
I was going to ask you about transportation. You don't have to drive there, so how do we do that from train to train?
There's trains. There's a couple options each day to get back and forth, like within the 11 to 4 time slot. If you want to stay a little later, get dinner in one of the cities, you can also do that too. But most folks will be driving in or taking other transportation to get there and just staying at the whichever one, Hartford or New Haven, and we obviously want people to do that.
All right, take me through the fair. So we're going to see all types of small business. Yeah. So I'm imagining crafts, books, what else?
Yeah, it's tons of different small business shopping for hopefully everyone on your list. That's what we like to think of it as. I got a lot of my shopping done at my own market last year, from handmade wooden ornaments to sort of apothecary type products. I got a candle for my wife, got all sorts of goodies. We have an amazing chocolate vendor, Fosh's Chocolate, they're in Waterbury, and there's a toy truck company out of Danbury called Luke's Toy Truck. So there's tons of stuff.
So much here. Now, what about New Haven? Will the fairs differ a little bit between each other, or the same vendors?
They're about the same size. It's across all 15 days of the event, so it's 8 days in Hartford, and then it's the same days in New Haven, but we're off on December 7th. So it's Saturdays and Sundays in both locations. There'll be over 200 vendors across all of those days, but about 30 vendors each day in each city.
Did you, or are you the brainchild of this? Did you think this up?
It's a team of us at Breakfast, Lunch, and Dinner, the host organization. We've been doing holiday markets in some form or another for, 11 years or something.
I love going to the one in New York. So now you don't have to go to New York. You just go to
Or you can do all 3.
Well, you could do that too.
Yeah.
Is that what you patterned it after?
No, we started it in Hartford in vacant storefronts in downtown Hartford, and then we wanted to create like one big atmosphere, and so the train station, which is a great opportunity. The Great Hall there is less used than the one in New Haven, which it has lots of like seating and it's a bit more bustling because of they have many more train tracks there. There's just the one track in Hartford. So it was a big open space, and in New Haven, their opportunity is on the second level. So you'd be going inside, taking
On the mezzanine.
stairs up on the mezzanine, and it's about actually as big of a space. We have the same number of vendors, and it'll be really great, really beautiful. The decorations are up in both places. I can show you later. They're beautiful.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thanks for doing this, because small business can always use a helping hand, and their margins are so thin, and this helps a lot, and people get to be introduced to what's all that we make in the state of Connecticut.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a beautiful part of a holiday spirit, and having a really wonderful time with your friends, family, to take in sort of the joyous sort of, you're meeting the person who made the thing, you're meeting the person who concocted or created the thing. They're there doing their own sales, for better or for worse sometimes, but in general, it's really great.
All right, and food at other place, or just hot chocolate, or?
There'll be some small food offerings, like prepared foods. There'll be some bakers at different locations. Nothing will be cooked on site at either location. In Hartford, there are food trucks outside.
Awesome.
But we have some really special hot chocolate in both locations. Very excited about some toasted marshmallow and all sorts of fun stuff.
I love that.
Yeah.
Jeff, thanks so much for coming on and doing this.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You bet. And if you'd like to know more about Winter Fair in New Haven and Hartford at the train stations, go to WTNH.com or the News 8 app.